All right. So the goal of this deck now. There are versions of push pull that you could potentially play, right? That we've done a couple of deck techs on them in the past, where if you push pull 2 Vein Rippers back, then 2 Vein Rippers is just lethal by itself, because what happens is they come into play, you attack them for 14, and then at the end step they both die at the same time, so they see each other. So we're not doing something like that. But what is nice about it is if you push pull back Hidetsugu and Kairi, you're not doing anything crazy like Explosive Singularity or anything like that, Breach the Multiverse, but it's just a good value card. Where, say, imagine for, the sake of argument, you get back a Carnosaur and a Hidetsugu, right? You get a card off of this, you hit them for 12, and then, you get the Brainstorm off of this too, and then you also get the Eat the Dies, cast a spell for free thing, so maybe you put another Carnosaur on top, maybe you put a Push Pull on top, and you can kind of see where that just creates this infinite value train where you just never run out of cards and kind of bury your opponent, but you also deal your opponent 12 damage, so it's not like you're giving them a lot of time to kind of get out from under that. And then that's the top end, right? The rest of the deck is just removal spells, Deep-Cavern Bats, Corpse Appraisers, good because you're putting a lot of cards in the graveyard. You can even, sack Harvester, kill their thing, play Corpse Appraiser, exile Harvester, or I guess you'd exile their creature. Preacher, because Preacher's great. Only 1 copy of Sheoldred. You maybe could play more copies over, one of the removal spells, potentially. And then Mana Base has a few Caverns, because we have 11 Vampires. And then you could also potentially name, I guess, Ogre, Demon, Dragon, or Dinosaur, if that is your prerogative, if the game plays out that way. And then sideboard's got a couple of Evelyns, just as another good anti-midrange card. The usual suspects: Path for Boros Convoke, Cryptic Coat, good against the midrange decks, Tishana's Tidebinder, good against Domain, Grasp, good against Mono Red, Duress, good against Control. So it's I guess the way I would describe this deck is it's not really a combo deck per se, but it's I guess mid-range with a semi sort of combo finish, if that makes sense. But I don't know, this looks interesting enough. I don't know that we, should be cutting the Vein Rippers, because push pull Vein Ripper is just so good, and it usually ends the game on the spot. But the idea is that this will probably end the game on the spot too, so we'll see how it goes. And Grixis, what are we calling this deck? Grixis Reanimator? I don't know. Where's my lands app? I just want to open a single hand tonight that has 2 lands or I guess ideally 3 lands and spells. Okay, I will keep this. Back Second Ridge. Yeah, last league never happened. This league, on the other hand, is happening. Okay, this is the Teamer lands strategy. Opponents trying to kill us with a World Souls Rage for X equals 69. Hopefully we can prevent them from doing that. Not really sure how we're going to go about doing that, but we will do our best. I'm still really trying to play this in the RSQ this weekend. The issue is it's really hard to find Nissas. Even not just acquiring, if I could purchase them, I would, but there's just not a lot of people that have them. The stock on them is pretty low. But I do want to play this deck. Nissa. And they're at 22, so we get a 1-1. Really unfortunate that push is a sorcery. Not that it would matter here, I guess. Okay, let's go. I think I'm more likely to utilize the Takenuma. I mean, I'm probably going to end up playing both lands anyways. We'll do it this way, though. Yeah, I know, right? Well, also, okay, so somebody was trying to tell me this yesterday, where Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and I don't know if there's any truth to this whatsoever, but they were trying to explain it to me, and the way that I understand it is Outlaws of Thunder Junction has two different bonus sheets where like they're kind of taking like a similar sort of Aftermath set and just mixing it into OTJ. I don't know if that's true, but that would be kind of weird if they were. All right, they have that card. Guess they have to discard a 4 for it. It's true. That's kind of wild to me. 2 bonus sheets, huh? So, like, I'm assuming they're replacing commons then, right? Yeah, a crime sheet and a treasure sheet. Which is so wild to me. Because then, like, for drafting purposes, you're going to open a pack and it's going to have... Well, I guess, is it going to be in... Is it going to be in the base set, or is that only going to be in the collector boosters? I guess that's the other question. And I don't know the answer to that question. The base set? Yeah, so you can open a pack of Limited that has, what, like 5 rares in it or something? Limited Draft and Seal are going to be so messed up with that. They really like to do that, where they just throw the balance of, like, commons and uncommons versus rares. I feel like they've been doing that a lot with the past couple of sets for Limited. I guess I put this on top in case they kill the Hidetsugu. And then if they don't, I could just draw it next turn. Crashing Footfalls in MKM draft? Yeah, but Footfalls wasn't even... Footfalls is probably not good in Limited, right? Yeah, I also haven't drafted in a long time. I don't even remember the last set that I drafted. It might be... I think it was All Will Be One was the last set that I drafted. Well, I mean, sure, if it's in your opening hand, but if you draw it on turn 4 or 5, it seems awful, right? Go for the throat upkeep. How much? What's the mana cost of this? It's, what, 8? Well, it's not lethal if I go for the throat it, right? They virtued back Kellen. Yeah, so they take 8, go to 13. I mean, is it not just better to cast the push pull and keep the Hidetsugu in play? And then go for the throat the Nissa? Or just, I mean, God, this is tough. Because I really have to kill both of these, honestly. I guess I can push-pull back the Bloodtithe Harvester and then sack the Harvester. No, I know that, but what I'm saying is I have a go for the throat and they have 2 creatures I want to kill. Is the point that I'm making. And I could also just keep my Hidetsugu in play if I did that. Which one of these is more important to kill anyways? I would imagine it's the Nissa. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if this line is right, but we could try this. Oh, I can just get the Hidetsugu back. Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't realize I could just get the Hidetsugu back. I wasn't thinking about that. So, Brainstorm. Is this Sacrifice or Exile? Sacrifice, right? Okay. They're at 13. So I guess we go... we don't have another go for the throat for this, though. But I can just do it again, right? Yeah, we can go here, here, because this is my upkeep. So yeah, we'll do it this way. Let this resolve. Draw Blackcleave Cliffs. Sack this. I should bat them first. Bat them first. Okay, so they're going to take... Oh, they're just dead, right? They take 5 and then they take 8. Okay, they're just dead, so it doesn't matter. I guess I'll do this anyways, but... But yeah, they are just dead. Wait, this is sick. I didn't realize that... Okay. So I think the thing that I was missing about this whole deck, Dan, was I didn't realize... I hadn't, like, conceptualized you just getting back the Hidetsugu with the same push-pull. I didn't, like... It hadn't registered to me that Hidetsugu dies, and then you can use the pull to just get it back. I think that's the thing that I was missing. But that was sick. That was dope. Okay, that was hot. This deck is maybe better than I thought it was. Yeah, that was sick. Alright, best deck, best deck. Teamer Land Combo. What do we do against Teamer Land Combo? I think I will bring in Tishana's Tidebinder. Good against the Aftermath Analyst. They do have a lot of spells, so Negate Duress seem good. Cut Down is good against Analyst, but it's not good against anything else. I think I'm going to leave everything else on the board. I may just want to cut my Cut Downs. I think I will. It's only good against exactly Analyst. Appraiser seems fine, but card that I could see cutting. And then maybe cut like one. Nah, I want to cut a Carnosaur. I want to keep all 8 big things. Maybe just board in 1 Negate. No, I like Negate a lot. Cut the Shelly maybe? Let's try this. Should have some graveyard hate. Well, we have Corpse Appraiser, I guess, but Corpse Appraiser isn't really the graveyard hate that you're looking for against this deck specifically. You'd want, like, Hearse and stuff. Hearse is probably the best one, I think. I would imagine so, if you're looking to play graveyard hate. Okay, we'll throw this back. This one's okay. Yeah, I guess this is okay. It's not great, but... Shelly also lines up not that great against Ill-Timed Explosion, so I don't mind cutting Shelly. Well, the issue with Trespasser is it's kind of the same thing as Corpse Appraiser, where it's too small ball. The situations where you play Trespasser and you exile one of their lands, they still, like, their deck turbos out lands at such a high clip that if you hit one of them, they still probably have 5 in the graveyard, and you need, like, the more heavy-hitting graveyard stuff, like Unlicensed Hearse and things like that. Usually. Whoa. That is, that's a hand, all right. That is one of the hands of all time. So, You know what card I kind of want to take? I almost want to take this Turn the Earth. I can't take Analyst because they have 3 of them. I have Trumpeting Carnosaur for Nissa. Splendid Wreck is the same thing as Analyst. Yeah, I think it's just Turn the Earth. Makes the most sense. Like, everything else they either have multiple copies of or I have covered, so... Like, even if they draw a land for Nissa here, it's not even that good. Oh yeah, this is the song, chat. You gotta sing it. They've played 1 Analyst. Hold up, Tish. I don't know if I'm tishing yet. Where are you? Those lovely Prime subs. Wish this never ends. Okay. This works the way I want it to, right? So what happens? You sacrifice it when you do. Yeah, so if I counter this, they just have a land to play that doesn't tap for mana. Deal. And I'd rather have it in play than their graveyard. That's why I'm doing it here. You could also stifle the sacrifice, but I'd rather have this in play, because they're an Analyst Splendid Wreck deck. Are they just not going to play the other Analyst? That's kind of weird. Why would they not play the second Analyst? 17. Name Vampire. Your turn. So both of these decks require rares that I did not have enough wildcards for. That's why we're playing on Moto instead of Arena. I mean, the best decks that I could recommend are, Boros Convoke, Mono Red, stuff like that. Just kind of things to build up your collection that are relatively cheap to build in the first place, and then, you can kind of get some wildcards from there and keep going. So yeah, Mono Red, Boros Convoke. Those are probably like the 2 best for when you're just starting out in Standard. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know a lot about Commander or Brawl, so I can't really help you with that regard. But as far as Standard is concerned, I do know a lot about Standard, so... I've been basically playing exclusively Standard for the past, month or so. Whoa, what the... Yo, let them cook? Did they load up their Modern deck? What are we scamming over here? Just take Virtue, right? Hi, Meeks. Thank you for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciate that. What mode do you play? I play Ranked. You think it's Wedding over Virtue? I guess we can... Well, no, I need to save Go for the Throat for this, right? I guess I just don't care about the Virtue that much. Alright, fine. I think it's close. Meeks, thank you again for that Prime sub. I really do appreciate that. Helps a lot. Appreciate the support. You know, I can't do this without you guys. I would not be streaming every day if it were not for your support. They do main phase the Virtue. Yeah, they don't know that I don't have counter spells. Give me a Preacher. Any Preachers? Any Preachers? I'm very curious as to why this is in their deck. Yes, the pack promo codes. That would be a good recommendation where if there's... You can probably Google it. There are certain websites that show it as well, but you can also... What the fuck? You can Google, like, Arena pack promos or what have you, and you can probably find a bunch of codes to be able to utilize. Let me read this. Becomes accrued for the first time each turn. Until end of turn, becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it, except it's a 4/3. Who let bro cook? Yeah, they can double up on Bloodletter, I guess. The 16-ball deck. I don't know what that means. Should I be worried? I mean, I'm just gonna cast a Sheoldred. Surely this is good enough, right? I assume it is. Rain Dragon, thank you for the 7-month resub. Welcome back, Rain Dragon. Mech attacks for 16. Oh, because they copy the Bloodletter. I see. Well, that's, you know, that's a lot of damage. You're gonna learn today. Well, also, can I just go for the... Oh! That's why they had the Malice. Well, okay, question. So this thing says target, right? So if they... Okay, so hear me out, right? Here's what happens. They play Vampire. They crew Vampire with Mech. This trigger goes in the stack. I go for the Throat the Vampire. They, you know, Undying Malice it. Yeah, so the answer would be no. So it would just be a vanilla 4/3. Okay, good. That's kind of what I was hoping. So it's fine. Okay. We did already play the Wrath deck. Neon Lad, I will tell you, we did not win a match. We went a clean 0-4, and I didn't play the 5th round. I couldn't take it. Okay, so they're going to make a 4/3. This can happen. So I guess their plan is double block Shelly? Wait. Oh, fuck. This thing has flying? I didn't know that. I did not know that thing had flying. Whatever. I don't really care if they get a wedding announcement. Nice attack. I didn't know it retained flying. We're still fine, right? Like, we still can't lose this game. Alright, go. Your turn. Yeah, that Wrath deck did not go very well. It was a tough one. I played against Blue-White round 1, and that was honestly the only match that I had a chance of winning, but I ended up timing out with, like... I was probably going to win that game, but I ended up timing out, so... But yeah, the only game that I won against Blue-White was game 1, when I had 30 Wraths in my deck. But still won game 1 against Blue-White somehow. Couldn't tell you how. They're not playing the Vampire. Okay. So they're dead? I think. Appear to lose 100 viewers average is switching from Arena to MTGO. Yeah. I mean, the first league, when we were playing Modern, we had like around 350 viewers. I think a lot of them left when I think Caleb started streaming or something like that. Okay, so kill this. Yeah, they're just dead, right? I think. They untap that. Are they dead? Maybe they're not dead. I send everything. It was a 5/4. They trade for Sheoldred. They're actually not dead, right? Oh, wait, is this a May? Oh my god, that's so good. It's not a May, so they can't even choose to not make it a thing. Oh, but it doesn't matter because it's still a 4/3. Wait, so they're not dead, right? I send everything, they just trade the mech for the Sheoldred, go to 1. But then they have to lose the mech, and then I can't really lose the game from there, I would imagine. Because they have to trade the mech off here. Okay. Oh, fuck, I forgot I had to land. Yeah, I should have attacked with the land. Yes, I should have attacked with the land. I totally forgot about that. Maybe I'm just BMing. Whoops, I forgot I had to land. Dino, unfortunately, does not go upstairs. I just put 2 spells on top, right? Yeah. Put 2 spells on top, then no matter when they kill the Hidetsugu, it's always lethal. And they can't attack, because I just block. Alright, we did it. This is what we call advanced BM. Alright. So what are they up to over there? They're doing Mindlink Mech, Bloodletter of Aclizots. They had Wedding Announcement, Virtue of Loyalty. What do we do against that stuff? Maybe Tidebinder? We could Tidebinder the Cryptic, or not the Cryptic Coat, the Tidebinder, the Mindlink Mech. I'm trying to see more of their deck. Yeah. Well, that's why it's Advanced BM, right? Yeah, Tish seems good. Cutdown does not seem particularly great. Duress, not great. Negate, whatever. Maybe just this? Swap Cutdown for Tish. See how that goes. Banger alert. This song is really good. We'll draw it on tap land. Is it a Radadrobic deck? I don't know exactly what synergies Radadrobic has with the cards they showed us, like what Wedding Announcement, Virtue, that kind of stuff. It seems like they're just an Esper midrange deck that cut Sheoldred for Bloodletter and then some 3-drop for Mech. I think. They're just like a normal Esper midrange deck with the combo finish. I did locate an untapped land. That's quite good. Slip, Surge. I think I'll take your Mech. Their hand's not very good. I mean, they're cooking. They're trying to cook. I appreciate it. Radadrobic Blade combo. Yeah, Blade of Shared Souls. Has anybody... So I know CFT Sock played that deck at the RC last year. I don't know if anybody's worked on that deck since then. I tried to for a little bit, but I couldn't figure that deck out. That deck is, like, beyond my comprehension. Like, I can barely play Mono Red, you know? I'm not trying to mess around with stuff like that. What they take here? My hand's really good. All these, I think, are reasonable takes. They took Corpse. Okay, we know they have Surge up, so that's no good. I think I'll just deploy Harvester. I don't think I'm willing to trade Bats, because then they get their Mech back. And my hand doesn't really beat Mech that well. So I'll just chill. How does this work, by the way? If they crew with Mech, I Tidebinder the crew, and they crew again. Is it still shut off by Tidebinder? I have no idea how that works. I think it is, but I'm not positive. Because it says, if an ability of an artifact creature... Yeah, so I think it would still be shut off. The first time it becomes crewed. Right, but what I'm saying is if you counter the crew... Like, if I counter the crew activation cost, then it wasn't successfully crewed, right? You know what I'm saying? Roof. So I could sack, kill, bat, they surge, then I go for the throat, get the corpse back, next turn corpse. I think that's a good exchange. It also baits the surge out of their hand, which is not bad. I mean, it means that I'm not saving the go for the throat, but might just play Hidetsugu next turn, probably. I'm not going to use the blood. I like my hand. Yeah, the Moto foils. They look so bad. They have located mech. Mech number 2. Last card, Slip. She's slipping out the back till I'm phasing. She's slipping out my back till I'm phased. I feel like there's gotta be something there. I have double blue. Yeah, okay, I can do vampire. Blue, blue, black. Brainstorm, standard legal, by the way. If you counter the crew, they can crew in response. It becomes an artifact creature, but then would lose all abilities. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happens there. I think I have a rough idea, but I'm not 100% positive. You counter the crew ability, they can crew again and copy. Right, because it says whenever it becomes crewed. So if you're countering the crew cost, it hasn't been crewed at that point. I think is the way that I think is the wording on that. Okay, let's think about this. So why don't we put back these two lands back? I guess I can put back 2 lands, draw 1, and then clear the other one with Corpse. I was thinking about putting back Harvester land, draw land for turn, they might trade, and then if they do trade, I can play Harvester, then play both of these post-combat. That's kind of where my head was at, and just, like, accept that I lose the Harvester. I think I'd rather do that. Is it permanent remain a creature? That's the other question. So, like, if it's crewed and then Tidebindered, it would be... So Tidebinder says that permanent loses all abilities for as long as it remains in the battlefield. So it's a 4/3 that no longer has abilities, but, like, I think it would still not become a creature at the end. You don't get to cast not? I thought it was any spell. Oh, my bad, my bad. I thought it was any spell. I have not ever played with this card before. I mean, I guess doing it this way is fine. I guess in that case, I should have put back... Yeah, I should have put back both lands. They saw through my lies. Because they're just going to slam. Maybe they're not attacking. There's no way they attack here, right? I mean, I guess I might just block anyways. Okay, so right now this is a 5/4. Okay, let's think about this. So if I send both, they crew, I Tidebinder the crew, yeah. Because I can just Tidebinder on their turn, right? Even if they don't crew here. And they do know about the Tidebinder, right? From the bat. I think they do. I'm, like, pretty sure they know about the Tidebinder. Okay. Well, in any case, let's do this. Stifle that. So now they can't crew the mech. 14. And then we go Corpse Appraiser. Try to find, like, push-pull, maybe. Exile this. Yeah, we'll take push-pull. We don't currently have anything good for it. I guess we have 2 Harvesters, which honestly might just be good enough. They still have the slip, by the way. Worth noting. Not that I think it matters that much, but they do still have it. Reefing? Oh, we are reefing alright. Wait, they're gonna mill me? They saw push-pull last game. Okay, well, there's the Hidetsugu. I mean, this is 7 damage, right? I'm not missing anything. Alright, I'll go to 7. Oh, I know what their plan is. Their plan is slip out the back of my Hidetsugu when I attack, maybe? Well... What is their plan? So I can push pull, get back Hidetsugu Bloodtithe? Maybe Hidetsugu Bat? And then I can keep the one from push-pull, stack the triggers so that I brainstorm before the other one die trigger happens. I'm just wondering if I should wait to do that till post-combat. I think pre is better. And then I want to get back... Well, I guess I can also just get back Harvester and kill this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go get back Hidetsugu, Harvester. I guess they could just have a counterspell. Yeah, and then keep this Hidetsugu. Make sure I stack the triggers right to brainstorm first. It could definitely just have a counterspell, I guess. Okay, so keep this one. And then stack... Yeah, brainstorm first. Ding, ding. Yeah, I guess they could have a counterspell in hand. I also don't care. Well... unfortunate. I mean, I guess I deal them 3 damage. So they take 3. And now we go... Sack Harvester, target this. If they slip this, then they just die, right? I guess they could have drawn another slip. 5, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, this is 11 power. Right, they're also taking 3 more from the Hidetsugu. The only way they can win is if they drew exactly second slip, because I go blood this, they slip the token, I send everything, they slip this, they take 7, untap, get this back, animate this, kill me. But I don't think I should play on second slip. I guess it could also be Surge. But if they Surge here, then I just don't attack. I only attack with this then, probably. Oh yeah, I haven't played a land yet, I can do that. Try to spike another push-pull. I don't need to do that till post-combat, though. But yeah, you're right. I probably should do that. Just to try and spike. Oh, right, the Preacher. Right, the land is below the Preacher. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, right? Because we brainstormed the land under the Preacher. So that doesn't even matter. Yeah, because we put a land below the Preacher. Yeah, they just let that resolve. We exile the Preacher. Oh, it exiles it. Okay, I see what you're saying. I also thought you just revealed it. I didn't know you exiled it. I mean, I guess I just send with everything, right? I'm trying to think of what they could have here. I mean, we know they have slip, but they have to slip the Hidetsugu now, right? They are slipping the Tidebinder. Oh. Well, they don't necessarily... Wait. Why is this thing... Wait, I'm confused. Why does this still not have abilities? Is that a bug? Or is that how that works? Okay, I think we revealed the land. Haunted Ridge. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, okay, so hold on a second. The Tidebinder... So what is the text on phasing? Treat it and anything attached to it as though they didn't exist. So, for some reason, even though the Tidebinder doesn't exist... What? No, I know that, but, like, it doesn't exist, so why does this... I don't get it. Dude, phasing is weird. You never left? Yeah, but I don't exist. So the act of me not existing would imply that I've left, right? Hits blunt. Bro, I'm too high for this. Yeah, like, you're telling me the phasing rules, and I still don't get it. No matter how many times you tell me, I'm still not going to understand it. But that's fine. It's just something that I'm not going to get. Yeah, Sultai, huh? A Sultai strategy. Probably Squirming Emergence. Yep. Yeah. Mr. Villain has a good response here. Treat it as if it doesn't exist doesn't mean it doesn't exist. True. Well, I mean, when you put it like that, it's just very obvious. I don't know what. You should have just said that the first time. If you never exist, how can you leave? Man, we need to. We're. I feel like we're. I feel like you're. I feel like we're in a therapy lesson right now, like a therapy session. You know. This is one-on-one Doom and chat therapy. I'm now reconsidering like a lot of my life changes, life decisions, because apparently I don't exist anymore. How does it make you feel? I mean, I don't know. It could be worse. Existential doom. We're having a real heart-to-heart here. We're both at 20. That's nice. Although, I feel like we're not winning this game. I'm not gonna cry. Okay. Yes. Red, black, Bloodtithe. I just hope that I never have to interact with the phasing mechanic for the rest of my life. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Surely they're not just going to put an attraction to play this turn, right? You can't be at 20 if you don't exist. You can't be at 20 if you don't exist. Well, then, if you don't exist, how did you even sit down in the first place to play the game, you know? Like, if you didn't exist the whole time, then... You know what I mean? Well, we didn't get a Traxxud. Oh, but they have emergency in graveyard now. If you don't exist, how do you gift subs? Also true. Oh, how do we win this game? How do we win this game? They're at 18. So Hidetsugu hit Go for the Throat pull is still only 16 damage. Where do I get my last 2 from? Because I can't attack into the Atraxa. We could try to high roll, but I don't really know what a high roll looks like. Because we just can't beat the Atraxa next turn. I guess double Go for the Throat, maybe? Where we can try to Go for the Throat the Atraxa. I don't know. You think push-pull might be better than Bedeck in the Quint combo decks? Maybe, yeah. I could see that. I don't think any of these beat Atraxa. Yeah. The answer is none of them beat Atraxa. That's how that works. Okay, game 2. We can cascade into Hidetsugu. No, Hidetsugu... So, Hidetsugu reveals the card and deals damage, but it only casts it for free if it's an instant or sorcery. So you can't hit creatures off of Hidetsugu. Second matchup, I really want a Graveyard Hate. Alright, Duress Negate coming in. Cut down out. Tidebinder is decent against them. Path, Evelyn. I assume Evelyn's too slow. Chad, we gotta cut 4 cards. Cut 4 cards. This may not be a Preacher matchup. I guess they're not giving us a lot of targets for Dino. Even though it is, like, something premium to hit off of Push-Ball. If we don't have a target, then we can't ever discard it, right? I'm gonna play land 6, then cast Carnosaur into the Hidetsugu. So I had to put 2 back, right? I think so. I just looked into Judge Blog, and phasing out Tidebinder should give the permanence its abilities back. Oh, no. Wait, now you're telling me that I do exist. Chat, do I really exist? Is that what you're telling me? I'm gonna try cutting Preachers. I'm still under the impression that I don't exist. Somebody gift the Prime sub so I can see if I actually exist or not. That's the only way to know. There's only one way to find out. This hand does not look great, but it does have 2 Harvesters. We can fix our hand with these 2. Continuous effects that affect a phased-out permanent may expire while that permanent is phased out. If so, they will no longer affect that permanent once it's phased in. Effects for as long as that duration's to track the permanent, and when that permanent phases out. Bro, I'm so confused right now. Somebody needs to explain this to me like I'm 4. It can't be both. Either I exist or I don't exist. There's no in between, you know? Oh, sure, if you phase out the mech, but it doesn't necessarily refer to phasing out the Tidebinder, right? Schrodinger's Doomwake. I mean, I just kind of assume that Moto is right because Moto's never wrong. So whatever happens on Moto stays on Moto. But there should be, there should be a rule for every interaction. Because if there's not a rule, then how do we know how it works? We just make up our own rules? I too like making up my own rules. Yeah, that's why they're called comprehensive. Apparently, they're not that comprehensive. Okay, what do you got over there? It just doesn't matter what I take because they have this. We just have to hope they don't spike Atraxa. I guess I take this because it gives them 3 less looks at Atraxa? I know it sounds stupid, but I think it makes sense. So they can't cast and flash it back. And they have 2 of these anyways, but... I assume we are going to die. Unless they, like, mill Atraxa off of the mill 4, then I draw Corpse Appraiser. What's up, Soda? If you make up a rule, then there's a rule. Well, only if it's, like, approved. Right? What if I make up a rule, and then they tell me that my rule is wrong? Who's the guy that says... Like, who has the final say on rules? There's got to be somebody that has the final say, right? That is not a Corpse Appraiser. Alright, I guess I can try to find Negate. Or nothing. I could also find nothing. Attack you for 6. Attack for sex. Portal. Okay. Portal is hard to beat, but it's not Atraxa. Portal is maybe beatable. Maybe. You say that I'm right, I can make up the rules. Well, I appreciate that. We can beat a Portal, right? Do 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 do. Surely I can beat a Portal. They're gonna get back Steam Core Shitter. Bounce it? Nah, I'm gonna cast Hidetsugu. I mean, I have the combo. I just need to find push pull. Or not. Or I didn't find push pull. I mean, I took the high roll play. Perhaps I shouldn't have taken the high roll play. I took the Pepega play. No, as a matter of fact, I took the high roll play. It just didn't pan out, you know? It's fine. It's not always going to pan out. How do you beat Amalia? Play blue-white control. Hopefully they just mill over to tracks and I can concede. Okay, not quite. How do you beat blue-white control? You don't. I don't know. Bore them to death? It's not easy. I'll tell you that much. You beat blue-white control by gifting subs. Each gifted or prime sub gives you 5% against blue-white control. Whatever your win rate is, it bumps that up by 5%. I'll be pranking. Just a prank, bro. Your win rate is minus 5%. You got a long ways to go then. I mean, you could do the math. I said it's for each one you get an additional 5% bump, you know. So whatever the math adds up to, like it depends on what you want your win rate to be, you know. Kind of surprised they didn't block with Scholar. Just get back Scholar. I mean, I guess... Oh, they have one in the graveyard anyways. Okay, I bounce. Alright, it costs 3. Alright, go. I have 5 cards in hand. Do we think the FNM RCQ is going to fire? I was planning on going to it next week. I don't know if it's going to fire, but... No! And my top card's a land. Shit. Well, at least we're not drawing a land next turn. My father phased out to get some milk, never phased in again. Treating him as if he doesn't exist. Too real, Jose, too real. Way too real. We didn't attack with our Vigilance creature? Why? Ooh, that's the one. That is the one right there. Best draw on the deck. We found it. I've located the bat. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're winning this game. Yeah, Squirmy gets any permanent. Do. I mean, like, I technically can't concede because they still haven't hit Atraxa yet. I mean, they're eventually gonna find it. But, like, maybe I can draw Hidetsugu into land plus push-pull, maybe gets me out of this? I don't know. I mean, land push-pull might do it. Actually, it would do it, right? I will discard a... I mean, I just discard the bat. The bat doesn't matter. Well, it has to be push-pull plus land, right? Because I need to be able to go for the throw of my own Hidetsugu. Okay. Titan of Indussi. The Indussi. Ooh, they just went for the mill, though. Kind of surprised they didn't put the Titan into play. All right, we have a chance. Hidetsugu me, dealer. I guess push-pull would also be a start, right? Push-pull into the Hidetsugu in the graveyard. Push-pull or Hidetsugu, please. All right, I'm off it. I mean, they just get back Titan next turn. Yeah, we're getting there. All right, next. And the more likely you are to win games. I don't make up the rules. That's just how it works. Battlefield Forge. Convoke Gamer. Convoke Gamer spotted. How's this matchup? Three-two does a pretty good job just, you know, shutting down their whole board. I guess less so with the frontliner. No ring. What the hell did they keep? Brother! You know that you're allowed to mulligan, right? The first mulligan's kind of free, too. War Leader's Call. They also didn't attack. I'm very confused with our opponent's plays. Okay, that's a good draw. I just play defense. I'd prefer to trade the Harvester for something that's not this. Could also just sack the Harvester and kill this. But if they go like, I don't know, Immodanes, they can't even send both, right? Let's trade this for the Immodanes. Block here. Epic here. -1. Actually, -2. Take 2. Probably going to play Shelly next turn. Let's see what they do. Gleeful Demolition. It's a little scary. -3. It's a good turn. It's a very good turn. I don't know why they're not attacking with frontliner. It's so weird. Well, I could play Shelly, block 2. I'm at 14. Oh, boy. Very, very low. Yeah, I think we got to play Shelly. I guess the other alternative... Actually, might be better to go Preacher, draw a card, to make it more likely I can find my 5th land. But I'm not sure I have time to set up a Hidetsugu thing. because I have to play Hidetsugu and then also survive. But I'm going to go for that line. We can at least block 2 things. So we can block a 2/2, and whenever they pump, taking 2, 4, 6, going to 8, which is not bad. They do have Splinter Twin, though. They do have Splinter Twin. And they get to flip the case this turn. Okay, they are sending. I've been saying this for a while. Standard is, in my opinion, Standard is the best format right now. It's so good. How did Brass go earlier? You may not want to know. 04 didn't play the last round. They're not Mirexing. Does that mean they're training troops? They have Sanguine. That's pretty bad, too. Because that puts me to 6. And I don't think we can survive. I think we cannot survive. Certainly not with a tap land. Alright, game 2. Game 2. It is kind of funny that, like, they definitely did they did much more of a, like, they focused a lot more on trying to like, quote unquote fix Standard, and I really do think that with the extended rotation, a lot of people aren't. There's complaints, right? Because the biggest complaint is the fact that certain cards stay legal for longer, and maybe some more frustrating cards to play against, like Sheoldred, Sunfall, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Like, what's nice about the expanded card pool is you get to come up with these awesome interactions. Like Hidetsugu plus Push Pull. Like, those 2 cards are insanely well together, and they're pretty far apart in terms of release date. And without that extended rotation, we would have never had something like that. So it's really nice it's like very refreshing to see these different kinds of, like, interactions working with each other, It's really cool. And I think has done a lot towards, revitalizing Standard. Okay, Appraisers get out. I'm going to trim 1 Preacher. I'm going to keep all the combo stuff. And hope that's good enough. Tidebinder is interesting, but I don't know. It's kind of slow against them. You thought I was playing Pioneer when I joined? Yeah, exactly, Because the card pool is so big, it just allows for all these more, definitely more powerful decks, but they're also pretty reasonable. They're really cool to see all these different interactions. Sand's alright. Can work with this. We could do some stuff. Reefers. Escape Shift M20. I don't remember that format. I don't think I was playing a lot of Standard at that time. I don't have enough wild cards. I wanted to play this deck on Arena, but I don't have Hidetsugus. I was not playing a lot during Kamigawa, so I don't really have a lot of Kamigawa or not Kamigawa, March. Sorry. I said Kamigawa because it has the Kamigawa frame, but it is March. And I was not playing a lot during March. I'm pretty sure I have no copies of this. I think I would need 4. That is an interesting draw. Okay, let's go Harvester attack. Maybe the Harvester can make them commit more to the board before I path. Well, no, I mean, I'm in the middle of the league. I might as well finish this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to drop the league and go play Arena. We're going to finish out the league because we're already here. I'm not going to say no to $10, but, Yeah, then I could play it more on Arena. Then we could test it more. Somebody did send me a version of this deck that had Vein Ripper instead of Hidetsugu, with the idea being that if you push pull 2 Vein Rippers, it's 20 damage. You kind of just did. I mean, somebody already paid me to play this deck, . True. Ojago, you messed up. You're in the wrong chat. Thank you for the 6-month resub. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Fletcher's Johnson. Yeah, it's Donut Deck Thursday. All good, all good. All your veins have been ripped out? You should go see a doctor. That would be my recommendation. We don't know their hand, right? They played... No, they have 1 Mirrex left. I mean, we don't have to really do anything, right? We're just kind of chilling. Let's just chill for a little bit. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. We're doing some good vibing here. I named Vampire. Probably pop the blood into turn to try and find land 5 for Hidetsugu. Ojago, thanks again for the prime. Folks, you too, just like Ojago and Fletcher's Johnsons alike, can subscribe to the channel for free with an Amazon Prime sub and unlock completely ad-free viewing. No more ads. Peepo ads. Yeah, we did 1 for the first league and 0 for the second league, so at least we're winning a couple more matches with this deck. Just a couple. Case. Probably kill Bloodtithe. Yep. Okay, Bloodtithe down. Unfortunate that they get to flip the case here, unless... Unless I can find a go for the throat or a cut down. No. We did find land 5 for Hidetsugu, though, which is good. 17, they flip case. This is still not that much damage. Okay. Actually, not a bad draw, because we get to Legend Rule and cast the push-pull. Which is pretty good. I will Cavern, and I will name Oger. It's all Oger. Oh, I need blue. No, come back. I need blue. Blue me. Blue me. Yeah, Ogre Demon Dragon is kind of nice. Alright, so I want to stack them like so. So what ends up happening is if they don't kill the Hidetsugu on their turn, we win. And if they do kill it on their turn, then we cast Path, draw, push-pull, and then, like, probably are still fine. It is lethal, right? 6, 8, 16, 21. Yeah, it's 21. Double Hidetsugu goes crazy. Do you... Wait, hold on a second. Do you need 2 targets for push? No, it's up to. Well, we'll have 2 anyways, because we have the Harvester. I guess the awkward part is we won't necessarily have... Actually, hold on. Did I mess this up? Because we don't have a second push-pull, right? I'm not planning on playing the Alchemy Open. I'm going to Arceus this weekend. I also don't really, like, have a lot of... Like, I don't know what I would need to craft for Alchemy anyways. I don't know what the format is. Alright, let's do some math. So, Hidetsugu. Keep the one that's in play. Hidetsugu goes to Graveyard. Push-pull on top. Dome them for 8. They go to 9. Yeah, then we just have lethal. Okay, cool. Blue, black, this. Blue. Keep this. I want to do this first because we know the top card. Pull back these 2. Keep this one. And then we can Blood Brainstorm first. Put back these 2. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, right? Cast, target. Who cares? They're at 7. They're dead. These 2 back. Alright. Attack you. Alright, that was cool. That was a cool turn. Double hit at Suga goes kind of crazy. Game 3. This deck is so sick. So sick. Yeah, you could do some crazy stuff with, like, just Hidetsugu plus push ball. Especially when you could start legend ruling Hidetsugus and getting multiple triggers like we did that turn. It gets out of control a little bit. What is the best deck in Alchemy? I think Croaky's was playing a little bit today. Right? Or no, what was Croaky's preparing for? I don't know. Was he playing a different format? That's the thing. I don't know what the difference is between all these other formats, like Alchemy, Historic. I don't know what the difference is. Somebody told me that Caleb was playing Tolvada on stream today. I don't know how well he did, but somebody was telling me he played it. Not sure how well he did. Esper Control or Black-White Midrange? Oh, the best deck in that format. Historic is Alchemy Timeless. What? Those are two separate formats. What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't playing RCQs, then I would play the Qualifier, but I got 2 RCQs this weekend anyways. Unless I, like, bust out of the RCQ on Saturday, and then maybe can come home and play the Qualifier before it ends on Saturday. Not sure. Also, I still don't know what I'm playing in the RCQs. We gotta figure that out tomorrow. I'm either gonna play... I don't think I'm gonna run back Esper Tolvada, because didn't have great success last week. Although I almost top 8'd both of them. I lost my win in both RCQs, so I could run that back, but I'm probably going to play Golgari or Dimir. Or I'm trying to play the Teamer deck, but I need to try and get the Nissas and the rest of the cards I need, which is, I think, pretty difficult. It's just nobody has Nissas. Different metas in Paper than Arena? Not really. I mean, a lot of the decks that I play in Arena are still the same decks that I play on plain Paper. What are we doing this turn? Kind of want to kill the Warden. Discard or do I pay 3? I think I discard Bat. Turn 3 this, turn 4 this, turn 5 this. That's where I'm at. Yeah, and I think part of the reason why there's, more variety in Standard is just because the cards, like you said, are a lot more accessible. It's much easier for somebody to switch from deck to deck in Standard than it is from Modern, because the cards, they're much more of an investment in Modern. Just the overall price is much higher. War Leader's Call. She calling my war till I'm leading? Definitely going to Carnosaur this turn. I don't feel great about this game. Right, exactly. I mean, also, we don't have to get into this, but Legacy and Vintage are also a lot different because there's just card availability issues where some of the cards they print in paper just don't exist online. Like Triumph of St. Catherine is a great example. That card wasn't online for forever, and it was a big part of the paper metagame. Domain with 1 recruiter. I've seen some people play that deck. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's like some of that's like some of the modern issues sort of carry over to Pioneer, but usually it only happens when there's like a new deck that pops up. Like Vampires is a great example where the vampire cards were super expensive. Soaring and Ripper were expensive for a weekend. Now they've kind of calmed down a little bit. But you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. Man, you ever brainstorm with the Sheoldred in play? I'm sure Legacy players have. Lane Line of the Guild Pack too? Wait, it's $40? Because I literally bought them yesterday. Or maybe 2 days ago at this point for like 13, I think. There's no way it's that expensive. Oh, a few weeks ago they were 40. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're like 13 right now. That's what I paid for them. I finally bought the cards that I bought the rest of the cards that I needed for, what you call it? 4-color rhinos. I sucked it up and bought them. I didn't want to, but Bro, if you have Frenzy too, surely it wouldn't take them this long to also have, if they also had Frenzy, right? Question is, what do we block? Do they have a card that deals 1 damage? I think so. Because the Sheoldred's dead regardless if they have land case. I think they brought in Barrage against my Grixis deck? I doubt it. 6. We can just play Hidetsugu, right? Go to 12. Blue, black, blue, blue. I'll draw 3. I'll gain 6. Okay, so if they kill the Shelly on their turn, I would like to hit Path. Or, sorry, if they kill the Hidetsugu on their turn. So why don't we go top this, top this. Although, obviously, if they have a removal spell, they're going to kill the Shelly first, not the Hidetsugu. I'm not going to attack. We kind of have this game on lock if we can just chill for a little bit. Especially with the Path on top. Invocation Counterbalance. To play those in Modern. I know Spike was playing the Miracles deck for a little bit. Soulguide Lantern, good against the weird elemental ramp deck thing. Which one? There's actually like two. There's actually like 2 different versions of this ramp deck. Do I lock my VODs behind subs? Yeah, I do. If you want to watch those, VODs, you got to be a subscriber. Teamer, yeah, it's good because they're still all in on like Splendid Wreck and oh, am I just dead, bro? Come on, man. Yes, Lantern is good against them. How did I lose this game? That sucks. Alright, we're dead. Did not think I was going to lose that game. That sucks. Alright, let's get a Gambit. Last round of Grixis. So this hand does not cast Harvester on 2, but it does cast Harvester on 3? I mean, I think that's good enough. Maybe. Might not be. Mono Red Gamer, Embereth Veteran. Okay, now we cast Harvester on 2. Surely this is a good matchup. I think Coco has a place in Modern right now. No, Coco sucks. I've always been pretty anti-Coco. It's just like, the issue with Collected Company is a lot of the decks that want Collected Company require, like, they need very specific A plus B to set up, and there's just too much variance involved with Coco for it to reliably set up A plus B. What the hell is this? This card has Flash, you know that, right? Oh, they just want to get the pump, right? Okay, sure. Bro, am I just dead? Okay. Jesus Christ. So weirdly enough, I think I have to take all of this. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go to 6. Sack, kill this. Play Harvest, play Appraiser. Actually, no. I could just trade and then Carnosaur this. Yeah, I guess that's just better, right? Trade here, then Carnosaur this. Do I Carnosaur now? No, I think I don't, because if I Carnosaur now, they could just move the Bane Splitter. I guess it is 3 mana. But if they're playing Mono Red, they can't really pump Toughness, right? So we get a 6. Triple play with fire incoming. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill. Chill over there. So this thing is 6 to flip, right? 6 plus discounted by spells. Let's play Appraiser. Let's play Appraiser and try to hit a cut down. Yeah, it could also be the Bolt one. I'm not sure which one it is. Did not find a cut down. Yeah. We did find Go for the Throat, though, which I think is good. Play Lounge. So if they attack with both, we probably have to block the Disguise creature. Oh. Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, we died. Okay, alright. Touche. Evelyn too slow. Path? I would like to path you. I'd like to Parasitic Grasp, I think. I don't know how many of their stuff is human. I guess we can cleave for 3. Is Pyrotechnic Dude, is that a human? I have no idea. Duress, maybe. Tidebinder, no. Too slow. It's a Viashino, not a human. I've been impressed by Performer. Every time I've played against it in Constructed, it's also looked pretty good. I think it's decent. I don't want to cut Carnosaur. I don't know what I want to cut. Carnosaur is my worst removal spell. We can just try to kill them with Hidetsugu Pushball. Yikes. That's not a keeper. That one is not a keeper. Basic island, huh? So, a basic island strategy. God. I guess I keep and put back Bloodtithe. Probably. Yeah, nice blue-black deck. Perfect mana, by the way. Just, flawless, exquisite mana base. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. The pinnacle of standard mana. What if he played Gruul Performer and just played all the shitty Gruul pump spells with Performer? I feel like people have probably tried that. I would like your play. I will take your play, please and thank you. No. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Well, if I kill Scamp, they just kill Bat. So I guess we'll just do this. Hit with Bat, and if they attack with Scamp, we at least force them to sack it. I think Hearse is better Graveyard Hate than Soul God Lantern versus the Team Elemental Ramp deck. I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends on exactly what the rest of your matchup spread looks like, because I do kind of like Hearse against Blue-White Control since it goes after Deluges. Alright, Ropeburn got a song request for us. What you got for me? In the queue. In the queue. I guess we kill that. Need to find red mana. Or Shelly, maybe. That's a good draw. I will accept a Preacher of the Schism. I think they were probably F6'd. I think they might have been F6'd. I thought they could only do it at sorcery speed. That's why I cast it. I'll take 2. I didn't realize they could do it at instant speed. Come on, where's my red source? They tanked on it? Oh, did they? I thought they were just F6'd. I guess not. I could have sworn they were. Everybody's ripping veins on Arena. Gonna get those gains. She ripping my veins till I'm a vampire? I know, bro, give me, hook me up with a red source. They got more than they need, right? They don't need that many red sources. You can give me one of them. Frenzy. So, we're racing? Interesting. Yeah, I think we're racing. Like, they're not going to sack the Scamp next turn, right? And if they just draw some random idiot, then I can just cast Path next turn. Mill 2 red sources. Classic. Okay, that's not really some random idiot. I'm at 10. Come on! What is happening? Where's my red sources at? I haven't calculated if I'm winning this race, but we'll figure it out next turn. I think I'm winning the race. How many more red sources are we gonna mill? We milled, yep, one more red source. They're at 9. I feel like maybe I'm not winning this race. Okay. Yeah. They're keeping a card in hand. I don't know what they're, what are they keeping in hand? Could just be a land. Okay, there we go. They're at 9. I do have enough mana to fire up the Reef and play Harvester. But then I die to any removal spell. Like, they just kill Harvester, hit for 4, I go to 2, and then sack Scamp. I guess I could play defense with the Reef? I could play defense. I mean, I don't want to play defense. But I think I maybe have to. Yeah, I think I have to. Channel title baited me with slimes, and all I got was standard. I mean, that's every Doom Wake stream, right? We gotta get you in here somehow. People aren't gonna prime sub and gift subs if they don't get clickbaited by the fabulous title, you know? Gotta get you in here somehow. What kind of slime we talking about here? Are we attacking? We are attacking. And I'm going to be at 2. You know, I'm going to be at 2 either way. Yeah, my hand is kind of forced. So we have to go here. Trade, eat. Take 1, go to 3. Oh, wait, I just die, right? Yeah, the Wicked Roll just kills me. Right. Okay, well, I was dead anyways. I know you want what's on my mind. Dedge. Doubters rejoice. Big payday for the Doubters today. Alright, well, we started off pretty hot with this deck, but it turns out maybe it's not quite as good as we initially thought it was. I do still think that the combination of Hidetsugu and Kairi and Push-Pull is quite powerful, but I'm wondering if we should kind of make the deck... So, as we talked about in the intro, the deck was... The way that I look at this deck and conceptualize it is mid-range with combo finish, but maybe we should just be more all-in on the combo, right? Where you cut some of this more mid-rangey stuff like Appraisers, Preachers, Bloodtithes, and then you can turn that into more discard outlets, Vein Rippers, which, again, as I talked about earlier, double Vein Ripper with Push-Pull is very good. Maybe Explosive Singularity, but I don't know if you need that when you just have, like, Push-Pull with Hidetsugu and Kairi is basically the same thing as Explosive Singularity. They just die when you have it, because you deal 8, get back Hidetsugu, that dies, you deal 8 more. That's just lethal by itself, so... But yeah, I think the deck maybe should be a little bit more focused on Hidetsugu. Maybe Kaido Shizuki, maybe Tainted Indulgence, maybe other mill enablers, like Founding the Third Path, something along those lines. But deck was cool. Thanks again to Dan for submitting this as a dono deck. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, comment if you are watching this on YouTube. Yeah, Barrage to kill Hidetsugu is decent.